Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Black Clover episode 105. So, last episode we had our fight with Luck that didn't even quite conclude. We were close and we might conclude very quickly at the start of this episode, but yeah, we had Magna trying his best to fight against Luck. Unfortunately, he wasn't enough. Asta got brought. Well, Asta seemed to already be on the way, and then got pulled in even quicker by Rogue, the red string of fate power that Vanessa has. So that's pretty cool. Um, we have Rufel, who is the elf that is controlling, like, has taken over Luck at the moment. So and we ended off with them having a struggle with Asta trying to push the sword down at him, and I think what was happening was Rufo was putting out so much power that Asta couldn't push the sword down, is what I gathered from it. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens this episode. Alrighty, guys, let's get started. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. So I did enable a audio suppression kind of thing, so hopefully you guys will hear less background noise, but still hear me and everything I say fine. I've struggled with some of these in the past where I felt like they have cut off my words and stuff like that, but so far through my testing, I felt like this one has been pretty good, but just let me know if you guys notice anything as we go along here. I'd say the one thing I'm a little worried about is I think every now and then I'll do like a sigh at like a sad moment, you know, or something. Like in my Violet Evergarden movie, I noticed that, and I don't think it picked it up at all. So that's just like the little things that I dislike when I have these activated. So it'll be like when like something sad happens, I might not have anything to say, but I'll be like, you know, and sometimes it won't pick it up. That time it probably did because I was in the middle of talking, but either way. Recap! Yes. They did good with, like, assisting Asta once again, too. I loved the, like, Asta charging at him, and he predicted when Asta was gonna hit, and then they used the string to slow him down just a tiny bit, and then had Magna cut the string, only to hesitate Asta's attack by, like, a fraction of a second. It was really cool. And then... oh, Asta. Nakama, yes. Good old Nakama. I forgot about the new opening every time. I get so used to it. Like the old ones. Every time they change. Throws me for a few episodes. You know, this kind of spoils a little bit, I think. We talked about the people that are in the vats, and then in the opening we see two people that look like they could be elf forms of Veto and Fauna. So, I have a feeling it's probably them. That's crazy. What does it take to kill them? Like, they just keep bringing their souls back to life? I can't wait for this. Yeah, that seems like Fauna that they're fighting. And that's Veto, right? I'm excited. I don't know how many of these scenes are literal and we're actually gonna see, but some of them seem pretty awesome. Alright. Yep. The delay tactic right here, we're gonna see it again. And they're moving so fast that even that fraction of a second. Yep. And then cut it. EK! Yes. And then output a bunch of power. Come on, Asta, stab it down! Rueful backstory now? Or is this actual luck? Oh, it's just little luck. Oh, little luck is so cute. No, not true. No, it's not true. Look, you're friends. This guy's nuts. Something dark and black. They keep teasing this idea of something else. Yeah. Back then, too, they teased it. Interesting. I think there's more to this story, isn't there? I think that elves are capable of turning into something more, and maybe that's why the humans attack them, is because they have the potential to transform into maybe like the demons, kind of like the things that are in Asta's grimoire, you know? So out of fear, that's why the humans wiped him out or something. We'll talk more in the discussion. So the magic is just what's keeping Asta from pushing that sword down, I guess. Uh, Asta's barging right into his memories. Or his consciousness, I should say, not memories. Yeah. Aw, and she's smiling that he found something. Aw, that's nice. Yeah. You crazy little shit. Oh, I love you, Yemi, so much. You're the best. What's kicking, little chicken? But you're old enough to be my mom, lady. Kidding. Freaking Gordon. Of course. Yes. Noel's mouth in that scene. Crazy. Oh. He has the Black Bull's cape on now, too. Or, like, the cloak thing. He's back. Oh, now we're seeing Rufel. Ah, interesting. You just tried to kill people and blow them up, so I don't know. What was the ring? Hmm. Have we seen that ring before? Oh. Oh, that face. Oh, look. Of course you are. Of course you are, buddy. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. So I don't know, did Asta cancel the spell? Or did the elf give up? Oh my god, typical luck. Oh, yeah, he cares about the people. Awesome. Where the hell did you come from? Oh. Okay, so the sword did do it. Hmm. That's a little bit different of a explanation than I gave it credit for. Yeah. Contradictory to you wanting to save them, right? Hmm. Okay. So I guess they're making it a good thing to end this spell. Ghosh is there, right? Transformed? Oh my god. Oh, interesting. Wow, so having that elf in him made him stronger. Interesting. So it like awakened something in him. Yep. It's a tad destroyed. Before that, right? It got destroyed. This is how they got the last gemstone. This is the animals he always fed. Hmm. Asta knows who he is. Henry? But the others don't. Yeah. No, you're out of magic already. Don't get too close. Yep. Yep. It's like, how many people are hiding in our base? Oh my god. Yep. But where'd he go? Did he just leave without fighting them? Oh my god. Asta can understand them all. Oh, interesting. Okay. Magnet is flipping out. It was great. That was fun. Uh-oh. Not her, too! Charmy! No, it's not. It's fake. Yeah. No, I saw her ears. They didn't look spiky. But why? Why was there sauce in the pattern just like an elf on her face? Oh no. She's all fired up now. Gonna make a bunch of food. Recover their magic through food. If you have no magic, what are you gonna do with the royal capital? Like every anime, food will replenish your magic for sure. This episode is crazy. What is going on? Yep. So is it something special about the food? Ah. That's really useful. Zero still means zero. Oh, poor Asta. He should be able to fight better on a full stomach, right? Maybe? As long as he doesn't eat too much. Oh. Oishi. It's the loudest we ever heard him talk because he's trying to talk with food in his mouth. So many people they don't know about. It's interesting that he gets to sit in so close to them. No, he's so is he siphoning their magic while they're eating and gaining magic so that way they can rebuild the base? Oh, they're gonna ride the base? Oh my god. I hope they run into Yami while riding the base. Alright. Oh my god. That's crazy. Some nice use of 3D. Oh, we got a big ol' EK, guys, right before the ending. Nice. Alright. Cool. That was fun. I mean, we kind of had like a, finishing up of the luck fight, and then they kind of fillerized the rest of the episode. Like, we kind of, got back to the base, filled everyone in on what's going on. They got filled in on what happened at the base, and then heading to the capital. So pretty basic, but I still have quite a few things to talk about because there were a couple implications of the things that they said this episode that inspired some thought within me. And now I want to talk about it. Hmm. Yeah, you swing that sword, Asta. No, don't yell, Asta. It's okay. Don't look sad. Oh. All right. Believe that is going to be it for episode 105, guys. That was good. I liked it. It was funny. It was entertaining. I had a good time. Obviously, we kind of just like wrapped up the fight and then just had goofy antics the rest of the episode. But some of the things, Dark and Black was what his magic, like what Vanessa was feeling his magic like turn into. And that kind of reminded me. And then we had like the saying this guy, if we don't stop him, he's gonna turn into, something else. All of that really got me thinking about how, we have, that demon that the Wizard King like beats in like that little opening thing we have. Like, he's massive, so I'm not sure if it's like that. Like, do the elves turn into that if they go crazy? But we also have that, like, dark visage of something within Asta's grimoire that seems like evil. So is there a side to, like, the elves are like the ultimate peaceful, but then when they start going out of control, they become the ultimate evil, kind of like contradictory to their original nature, maybe, is what I'm thinking. And maybe that's why, because, like, really, all they've ever said was the humans are scared of us, but what real reason did the humans have other than the elves having a little bit more magic? And yes, there is something to say about humans getting worried about, I mean, mostly in our world is humans getting scared of other humans having more power, like just like the nuclear arms race and all this the different weapon races and everything that have happened through time is, people getting scared that, you know, another group is gonna get more powerful and that's like the power struggle. So, um, it's like it could be that, but maybe there is this like potential to like, if too many of these elves go out of control, it could destroy the world, so we have to end them now, kind of thing. Maybe we'll go into that kind of storyline. I don't know, but yeah. So we had a couple things with luck this episode as well. I liked the little vision in his own world where, like in his own mind, where he was visualized as like a young kid and like going after his mom, saying the only one he needs is his mom. Kind of, I think that's kind of regressing to like his childhood thinking before the Black Bulls, you know? And it seemed like the mom was like face shadowed, like luring him in. But then he heard the calls of his friends and he turns around and says like, "Sorry mom, I have to go." But then we see her, smiling and crying that he took that initiative and wasn't this like mommy's boy anymore. And I thought that was really cool. Like I mean, I like to, obviously it wasn't his actual mom, it was all in his head, but I like to think that that was like his actual mom seeing his son like, you know, grow up and be able to go on without her, and that's why she was happy. But also he is stronger now too. Seemingly. He said he remembers how the elf used the like its mana, and that's allowing him, he said he can become stronger. So I don't know if he's immediately stronger. Maybe he's immediately a little bit stronger, but then he also knows how to like utilize his mana in maybe like a more efficient way. So it's interesting. That's a cool little precedent. So I wonder if that's going to be the case for everyone that Asta saves. Is everyone who had an elf in them and get saved by Asta gonna have like a better understanding of how to use their magic and become stronger? But I guess that kind of stinks for like the poor people that are left behind. Like once again, Magna being a little bit on the underpowered side, and then even continuing so with this here, but yeah. Something else that was interesting was Asta said that the other people defined his sword's ability as sucking out the spell. I either missed that line of dialogue or they didn't show us that line of dialogue when they explained the spell. I might have been freaking out or going off on my own tangents, when they said it. So it's very possible they said it and I missed it. I miss things. It happens. Because like especially if I'm trying to say something during the reaction, sometimes I'll miss a line or something, and it's not like I can just stop and go back, or sometimes the lines just go by so fast where I'm like trying to watch what's happening on the screen, and then I look down to read the line, and it vanishes too quickly, and I was like, well, shit. And then once again, because of the way I do my videos, I can't just pause it and go back. So, because that'll mess up the syncing for you guys, if that's not obvious. So I can't go back and read lines that I miss until like after the episode. So either way, sucks out the spell. That's interesting because the way that's worded could mean that, like, because his other sword is anti-magic, right? Like, he cuts the magic, and it seems like it destroys the magic for the most part, when he slices it. But here, it seems like they're saying it sucks it out, and I mean, we kind of did see that with the way Licht used it, but I guess I just didn't really think about it. So, does that mean that Asta is absorbing this, like, all these different spells into the sword? And at some point, is that magic going to need to be expelled? And can it be expelled in a different form? Or is it going to be dangerous because it has to be expelled as this reincarnation spell that he's absorbing? If you have to expel the same spell that you absorb, if that makes sense, then he's gonna have to, like, throw this reincarnation spell out there somewhere somehow. When the sword starts getting overloaded, but it also might just convert it to magic energy and then shoot it out as a beam, kind of like what Lick did. Was like absorbing all those spells and then fired off like a super strong beam at them. So it very well might just be something like that. But I just figured I'd mention it because it does kind of remind me of his other sword that, like, Noelle was able to, like, channel her magic into it, and then he was able to cut with it using her, water magic, making it stronger and stuff like that. Which they never really utilized that, like, too much. It really only happened a couple times where he did that. But yeah, so I wonder if this is going to be a way for Asta to have magic in a pseudo kind of way where he can absorb other people's spells and then do. Tricks of his own, That'd be kind of cool. But I guess I did in the other episodes, if I go back, I did write down AoE magic absorb. So whatever that was did make me think that the sword was absorbing it rather than just canceling it out, I just never really factored in the idea of Asta flinging it back out, I don't think, until they really said, like, sucks out the spell. And then it made me wonder, like, if he fires it off, is he firing off these reincarnation spells, which Luck said are, kind of dark and sad, so... also, they decided to make it a good thing that they are essentially ending these elves' lives, by what Asta's doing with his sword, but by the nature of Rufal kind of finding peace in that, and like him saying that the reincarnation spell is, like, dark and sad, it makes me wonder if, like, the elves are driven a little mad by this spell. Like, maybe the spell isn't perfect and their personalities aren't perfectly intact, and right at the end he was able to find peace knowing that he was, going back to, if there's an afterlife or whatever. But yeah, so, because I talked in one of the last episodes where Asta said his goal is to save everyone, yet he's using this sword that by the nature of it is, like, you could view it as killing the elves. But he said he wanted to save the elves and save the humans, he wanted to save everyone. And I was like, well, your only way to do that is by using this sword that is kind of like killing them, But they made it out to be a good thing here in this episode, so... The little communication was fun where the characters were just like or like, mumble 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 mumble, and Asta was able to understand all of it, and Magna freaking out. That was funny. I enjoyed that. And I like the wholesome little scene of them all eating together and kind of, I think it was Henry that was like, this is the Black Bulls that I remember, So it's kind of cool that they got a little wholesome moment. But Charmy coming in clutch with this magic recovery food, and as, like, the more you eat, the more magic you recover. That's pretty nifty. I like support abilities like that. I'm like, it depends on the game, but a lot of games I enjoy playing support classes. So I really enjoy seeing, like Mimosa is one where she has her healing, and then I also sometimes I like the supports that aren't just healing, but they're the ones that, like, buff your teammates and stuff like that. Kind of more like a bard sort of thing for those of you who know what I'm talking about. And so it's kind of just a fun little thing of her, because we've seen her fight and stuff, and it's never really like the most impressive, but she seems more like a support to me, where she can do a little bit of offense here and there, but for the most part she does these little things that support the party, you know. That's really cool. So can she just break this entire universe? Can she eat her own? I mean, she was here because she likes food and she likes eating, but if she uses magic to create this chef that then makes food that replenishes magic, and then she eats that food, does she replenish her own magic? Like, that's kind of overpowered. Like, that means you just always save just enough magic to conjure the chef to make you a quick meal, and then you recover your magic. So, like, she could almost, like, if it did work like that, she could almost never run out of magic. But a lot of the times, at least in video games, what they do to balance that kind of thing is they make it affect everyone but the caster, you know? So, it's probably more like something like that. But anyways, guys, it's a fun episode. They're all headed to the capital now, so things are probably, I mean, unless they do some antics on this bull, but it's moving pretty fast, you know? So I imagine we're going to be getting into the thick of it in the next episode again. So I'm looking forward to that. Seeing the opening again got me really excited about some of those encounters, you know. It's funny because like I enjoy openings in different ranges. Like I never 100% take in an opening on the first watch. Like the first time I'm watching, I'm like half paying attention to the opening, half paying attention to the music, trying to get a feel for both. And then usually it takes me a few episodes after where I like just kind of chill on the visuals and listen to the music, and then I'll have another, you know, on the following episode I will actually watch the visuals and kind of ignore the music, you know. It's like my brain likes to process all of this like one at a time to really like get the nitty-gritty, you know, and I really focus on the visuals this time, um and a lot of them had me really hyped. Like I don't know if we're gonna see it because sometimes in openings they don't show it, but there's one with like Silva's kind of an asshole. He's been doing a little bit better recently, but he still has a little bit of that smugness that I don't like. But there's one scene where he like seems like worn out and tired, but also like at the same time it feels like he's like powering up with his like, you know, that like silver liquid that he uses, like, you know, rising up, and it almost seemed like it was going to be like a badass moment from him. Who knows if we're ever going to actually see that, but it kind of got me a little bit excited, and I'm really excited for the Noel part, of course. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.